The physical impact of the tsunami is still clear to see, but as reconstruction efforts proceed, there is growing concern over the mental scars the tsunami has left behind. More than 430,000 people forced into emergency shelters, homes destroyed, communities cut off. Kazuko Demura is chair of Innochi no Denwa, a phone counseling service in Sendai, one of the worst hit cities.
Immediately after the quake and tsunami, everyone was really scared. On the telephone, everyone said they were frightened, especially people with existing mental health problems. For example, in the shelters, they can't sleep. They have no medication. So their mental health is getting worse and worse.
Fallout from the nuclear plant in Fukushima prompted a Japanese farmer to hang himself. Local media say a government worker killed himself in April, as did a father who had lost his daughter. There are fears the trickle could become a torrent. Japan already has the highest suicide rate in the world, at more than 30,000 deaths per year for the last 13 years. Several months since the tsunami, the mental effects are still great, says Kazuko Demura.
People are beyond the sadness. They feel guilty about surviving. People gradually calm down, but they often have flashbacks, and the tsunami becomes a trauma for them. Then they start to worry about the future.
There are still remarkable examples of the Japanese stoicism that has drawn so much admiration. Ryuichi Suzuki's home on the shoreline near Sendai was washed away without a trace. After spending 2 months living in shelters, Suzuki and his wife are now living in a prefabricated house in the city.
There is no point in thinking about the things I lost. I had better forget about it all and think about the future. I guess I will live for another 10 or 15 years, so I want to get over this disaster. I'm going to live with positive outlook. I'll do my best.
Suzuki says he's happy with his temporary new home. It has a roof and walls, he says, and even a high-tech electric toilet.
My first hope is that the Japanese government will compensate me well for my losses, for my house. My second hope? Let me see. I hope to get a camper van. When it's cold, I'll go somewhere warm. When it's too hot, I'll go to a cooler place. Like a sunflower, I'll follow the sun.
Across this region, advertisements on buildings, buses and taxis implore the Japanese people to gambaro, or rise up and meet the challenge. But counsellors at Innochi no Denwa say that mentally many of the survivors are still struggling to deal with the events of March 11 that changed their lives forever. Henry Ridgewell for VOA News, Sendai, Japan.